Hey, folks, Brian Blessing, glad to be with you. ATS.io, and we're talking about the big game. Glad to be with you. Adam Burke's going to have great information for you on his podcast each and every day leading up to the big game. We're going to call this the Dynamic Duo video. Super Bowl props for Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs. This from the Superbook at the Westgate, Jay Cornegay, Jeff Sherman, Ed Salmons, these guys do an amazing job. Over 400 props available to you. And so many of them will focus on these two guys. And they've been electric. They've been hard to stop all year long. But how do you make money on them? You're going to pay for the ability to go over on these guys because the public's going to get involved. The sharps will be looking to go under. But let's dive into some of these numbers. And we start with Tyreek Hill, over under 90.5 receiving yards in the game. You know, the one thing is, what is Tampa Bay's game plan? Now, against the Bills, Hill and Kelce both went nuts because the Bills were passive. What are the Bucs going to do here? I mean, I think they got to be very aggressive. You got to try to blitz Mahomes and take one of them away. The question is, which one will they really try to take away? So Hill's sitting at 90.5 receiving yards. Longest reception, this one I certainly could see going over, is 27.5 yards, the longest reception by Tyreek Hill. Total receptions, 6.5. Again, this is the sketchy one, and the under there is minus $1.20. Again, if they try to take one of the two away. Will Hill score a touchdown? This is what's so ultra impressive about these two. I mean, there's a wide receiver to tight end, and they're both significant favorites to score a touchdown in the game. Hill is minus $1.45 to catch a touchdown. And will Tyreek Hill score a touchdown in the first half? In the first half alone, the yes is plus 210. No is minus 250. But how about this one? Really interesting and creative. Will Hill score a touchdown in the first and the second half? And the yes is plus 425. You'd get paid handsomely there. Then we have, I like this one. Total rushing yards by Tyreek Hill. Usually he gets at least one jet sweep a game, and there's a chance he gets a couple of them, and he's more than capable. Each one could go for 15 to 20 yards. Kind of like that one a little bit. Have to believe he's at least going to get one opportunity, and for Hill to gain 5.5 yards if Mahomes calls the play at the right time, if the defense gives it to him. I like that one. Hill to go over 5.5 rushing yards. Now let's get to the tight end. This guy's amazing. Second in the NFL in receiving yards as a tight end. Stephon Diggs was number one. Think Diggs would have gotten it either way, but you know Kelce sat out the final game against the Chargers. What a machine Kelce is. And the numbers are eye-popping that are posted here for a tight end. 98.5 receiving yards. Longest reception here by Kelce in the game. Over under 23.5. You know, many of his routes, he sits down in that 12 to 15-yard range, finds a soft spot in the zone. But if he really finds that soft spot and has the ability to turn and get a little momentum going, he drags people and falls forward. That might be a good one. Over 23.5, the longest reception for Kelce. It may be a safe play to play over both Hill and Kelce for the longest reception in the game. And then even if they aren't the focal point of the offense, they may still get that one big catch for it. And the one thing we tell you too, don't forget, in many instances, you know, the guys that go over in props, they could be on the losing side. If somebody falls behind, then they got to start throwing. And, you know, don't forget, the Chiefs do have a penchant for starting slow. They were behind in the Super Bowl to San Fran last year. They were down 9-0 to the Bills. In the playoffs last year, they were down 21-0 to Houston, and then they went nuts. It's a video game offense. So these are the two most polarizing guys. And we're going to do a Brady and Mahomes video for you too. Total receptions by Travis Kelce, over under 7.5. That's a pretty safe one, trying to move the chains. He'll get a couple of sit-down spots. Kind of like the over on that one. And again, for a tight end, remarkable. Will Travis Kelce score a touchdown? We're not talking about a running back. We're talking about a tight end. Will he score a touchdown? The yes is minus $1.80. Will he score a touchdown in the first half? The yes is plus 175. So, you get half the game there and you see the shimmy in the numbers. And then that plus price that was available to you for Hill too. Will he score a touchdown in the first and the second half? The no's -$5. But if he gets one in the first and second half, it's yes, plus $4. These are two great players. They're electric, they're polarizing, and these are numbers that are just out. Rest assured, these are numbers likely that could move up because the public's going to fall in love with them. It's a fun way to go inside the game. There's the dynamic duo video for you for the tight end and the lightning fast wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs gearing up to take on the Bucs.